Hi, kids. Ready? I'm ready. Ready to learn with you today and have some fun along the way because you're awesome and amazing. There isn't anyone in the whole wide world who can do what you can do. So, are you ready? Ready to learn with me today and have some fun along the way? Ready, set, go! We are talking about letter Q today. Do you remember what letter Q looks like? Here's letter Q with a tail right here and a lowercase q with a tail right here. Let's see what its sound is. Question, queen, quiet, quack, quilt, quick. What sound is that? Qu, qu, qu. Very nice. Let's see if you can find a letter Q on here. Can you find a letter Q on our paper? What color is it? Black, you're right. There it is. Should we see if we can find a lowercase q? Let's see if there's a lowercase q. Q is a little bit tricky. Can you see what color it is? It's green, and it's right down here at the bottom. It kind of, you wonder sometimes, but this is curved the wrong way. That's a letter G, and that's a letter P. This is the lowercase q. It's really a tricky letter, isn't it? All right. Letter Q has a question. And do you know what our question is today? Who are the people in our neighborhood? Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood, in your neighborhood. There are some people in our neighborhood. When you're walking down the street, they're the people that you meet each day. Those are the people we're going to meet. Those are our neighbors. And you know what? When we talked about letter Q, we talked about sometimes we don't know. They look like regular people, but when they go to work, they have special jobs, and we're going to talk about some of the things they do. So let's look right here. Maybe when you're going to school, or when you're going to the store, or when you're walking down the street or playing at the park, maybe when you're walking, you'll see some people on the way. Who do you think you might see? Let's look at some pictures and see if you know who the people are. Oh, do you know who this is? This is a neighbor. Do you have people that live by you and when you see them, they say, hello, how are you today? They're people that you know and they live by you. Those are neighbors. All right, let's see who else we might see. Oh, do you know who this is? A firefighter. That's right. Firefighters help us when we have a fire or if we have an emergency. If we call 911, firefighters can come and help us, can't they? They help us stay safe. All right, let's see who else. Here's a really good helper. Sometimes you see these people when you're going to school, or sometimes these people are helping us just in our neighborhood. They're called a crossing guard, and they're helping children cross the street safely. Do you think that's an important job? What if the cars didn't stop and we didn't have a crossing guard? It's very helpful to have a crossing guard help us. And on the way to school, when we're walking, that's super important. And if we've got a crossing guard and we're on our way to school, would we run across the street without them? No, that would not be safe. That's why we have them. All right, look at this guy. Do you know what this person is doing? That's a mail carrier. They bring us our mail and they help us. So if we want to send a letter to somebody that lives far away, we can write a letter and the mail carrier will take it to them. That's kind of a fun job, isn't it? Oh, now this one is a store owner. This store owner, this one sells clothes, but are there store owners that sell food? If we need food, can we go to a store owner? Yeah, they help us with all kinds of things, don't they? We're so glad there are store owners to help us. In fact, sometimes they own a restaurant and that's where we go to eat our food. So we're glad there are store owners. Oh, what about this guy? That is a trash collector. Do you know what trash collectors do? They clean up the garbage. What if there were no trash collectors? What if there were any trash collectors and we just kept putting our garbage at the street, and at the street would it get big and big? Ugh. And does garbage smell good? Oh, garbage is so stinky. What if all of our garbage was in the street and our street started to get stinky and we had to go outside? Are we glad that there's garbage collectors so that we don't have to smell all that garbage? That would be so yucky. Now, you know what else, what other kind of helpers there are? This is a helper for animals. This is a veterinarian. If we have animals that get sick, can veterinarians help our pets? Yeah. Oh, you know another job? This person is a farmer, and they're feeding the animals. Farmers also grow food for us, and they sell it to the stores, and they milk cows so we can have milk, and they get food from the chicken. They get eggs from the chickens so that we can have eggs. They help us in so many ways. Have you ever gone to the zoo? Are there zoo workers? Zookeepers take care of the animals at the zoo so that they stay healthy so we can go and see them. There are so many kinds of helpers, aren't there? But guess what? Did you know you can be a helper too? Can you do things to help people and make them feel good? I'm going to read you a story about Maisie's Pool, and let's see if these guys, if Maisie learns how to be a helper, or if her friends do. Let's see. Maisie's Pool is by Lucy Cousins. And we're going to read and see how Maisie is a friend. So let's see about Maisie's Pool. Maisie and Tallulah are feeling hot. Maisie has an idea. She looks in her shed. What do you think's in her shed? And finds the wading pool. Maisie blows it up. Tallulah fills the pool with water. Are they helping each other? They're doing a good job of being good friends, aren't they? Maisie and Tallulah put on their swimsuits. Ready, set. Oh no, the wading pool has a hole in it. Oh no, they're still going to be hot, aren't they? Oh dear. Maisie mends the hole with some tape. That's better. Do you think they're ready now? Let's see. Along comes Eddie in his swimming trunks. Oh, look how big Eddie is. Is it going to work? And sits in the pool. Oh, Eddie, there's no room for Maisie and Tallulah. Oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? But Eddie gives Maisie and Tallulah a shower. Now everyone is happy. Were they good friends and helpers for each other? It was a good thing Eddie was an elephant because he could spray them with water. And they fixed the pool so that Eddie could get cool. Were they good helpers? Is being a good friend being a good helper? It is, isn't it? Do you know what else is a good helper? When we tell people thank you. Sometimes people do things for us and we forget to tell them thank you. So you know what we're going to do today? We are going to make a letter. So I'm going to need you to find a piece of paper. Can you get a piece of paper? And it can be a colored paper. It could be a plain paper. It can be any kind of a paper you would like. And we're going to take this piece of paper and we are going to write a letter on it. So look quickly and find you a piece of paper. And you know what? Miss Connie's got to grab one right over here. Because I did not realize I didn't have a paper with me. Sorry about that. Okay, I've got a piece of paper right here. And I'm going to take my piece of paper. And you know what? I'm going to write a letter to, I think I'm going to write a letter to my class. I'm going to write, dear class. And I'm going to put I, And I'm going to draw a heart. I'm going to go down, up, and then I'm going to go around and around. Love you. And then you know what? I'm going to draw a picture of some friends. And you know what? I'm going to make some little happy flowers, because I think my friends would like some flowers. You know what? You could write a letter to your mom. You could write a letter to your grandma. You could write a letter to a policeman or a firefighter and tell them thank you for helping you. And then you know what? When you're done with that letter, we're going to fold it up. We're going to take this letter and we're going to fold it. And you know what we're going to do with it? We're going to put it inside of an envelope. And when we put it in the envelope, do you know what we're going to do after we get it in the envelope? We're going to put it in the mail. Oh, here's my envelope. We're going to put it inside of an envelope. And we're going to write who it's to. So I'm going to take this. This one has one of these. Sometimes you have to lick an envelope. And then on the front of it, you have to put who it's to. So if I'm writing it to my class, and this is where you're probably going to need your caregiver or your mom or your dad to help you. If you wrote it to your grandma, you're going to need to write it. I'm going to put Miss Connie's kids. And then I'm going to put my address on there. And you're going to need to have some help with your mom or your caregiver to put your on there. And you're going to send it to them. But guess what you need to make it go? What you need to make it go all the way is a stamp. And you buy those at the post office. And then you put your stamp right on the corner of your envelope. And you can take it and you can mail it. Can you believe that? And it's going to go there. So I'm going to put this in the mail and send it to my class and see if my class likes it. Now, who are you going to send it to? I would maybe like to do another letter, maybe to my grandma, or maybe to my dad, or maybe to the lady at the restaurant, because she made such good food for me. Do you think they would like to have someone tell them thank you? So you can even talk to your mom and decide, and you could do more than one letter. You know what? While you're writing your letter, I am going to read you one more story, okay? Let's do this one. We're going to read a story about Mickey Mouse and all the things he's going to dress up to be. All right? Let's see how many things he can dress up to. Mickey is having a costume party, but he can't decide what to wear. We're going to see all the different things he's going to pretend to be. Oh, Mickey the artist paints a work of art on his shoes. Oh, that's crazy. Let's see what else Mickey could be. Oh, can you guess? There's something. Mickey the chef carries a plate of sauce. Uh-oh, look out. What's going to happen if he slips on the banana? That's not going to be good. Okay, what about this one? Mickey the lifeguard. Where's his swim trunks? When out jumps a fish. Maybe he wasn't swimming in, maybe he went swimming in a pond, not in the swimming pool. Okay, Mickey the pop star plays his guitar, but it's unplugged. Does it sound as good when it's unplugged? Sometimes you can't hear it. Mickey the astronaut floats in a space shuttle without any shoes. Oh, I don't think that would be a very good idea for real life. It's a good thing it's just pretend. Mickey the cowboy throws his lasso. Uh-oh, help! He threw it on his feet. If he pulls it tight, will he fall over? That could be kind of scary. Mickey the detective looks for fingerprints. But he's missing something. Can you see it right there on his shoe? Mickey the pirate sails the high seas when his boat springs a leak. That's the end. Did he pretend lots of fun things? Let's look at the back of it. Can you be a lot of things when you're pretending? And if you pretend and try to do lots of fun things, then it helps you decide what you want to be when you grow up, right? I think that's really, really important because when you play things, it helps you make a good decision. Okay, if you're not quite done making your letter, you can keep working on it. We're just going to do a couple of things together to decide. Let's look right here. We've got some helpers, and I'm going to grab my pencil, and you can help me decide. What is this guy right here? Is that a policeman? Does a policeman need a hammer and nails to do his job? No. What about a hamburger? No. What about a fire hydrant? What about a police car? Right. So let's draw a line from the police car up to the policeman. Is that a good match? Who is this? Is that a chef? What does a chef need to make their food? Do they need a hammer? No. Do they need a hamburger already made? No. What about a fire hydrant? No. Oh, what about a bowl and a spoon and a measuring cup? All right, good eye. Let's match those together. Okay, the next one is a construction worker. What does a construction worker need? You're right, a hammer and a screwdriver and some nails. Let's bring those right over to the construction worker. Are we matching them good? Okay, what about this guy? There's a doctor. What does a doctor need? Does he need a hamburger? That's not going to help you get healthy. What about a fire hydrant? No, that's not going to help a doctor. Oh, what about a stethoscope to listen to your heart? Okay, what about a firefighter? Oh, you're right, the fire hydrant, and we have one left. This is a waitress. Does she need to bring people their food? Oh, you are going to do such a good job of helping people. That's what they do, and you knew exactly what they needed. Good work. You are amazing, and I love being with you. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. You're awesome, possum. See you real soon.